And I'm so glad to find out that my daughter, she's 6 years old, she got this positive North Dakota attitude in her heart. And she taught me a beautiful lesson in Brazil this year. My cousin, actually Jose's sisters, I know you're going to kill me after, sorry. And she has a little girl too, and they were talking, playing, and she was asking me, how do you do in the winter? You know, and I'm like, you know, it's really hard. You know, I love that place, but the winter, you know, I stay home a lot. And you know, in Brazil, you're outside every day. We walk, we do everything. And you don't walk much. And, you know, in Fargo, they don't have mountains. So I have, you know, I don't ski. I don't know how to ski. I'm awful in those, you know, snow thing. And I was just kind of complaining. And here my daughter was talking with her daughter. And then my cousin's little daughter came and said, Mom, I don't want to be in Brazil anymore. Brazil is boring. I want to move with Luisa to Fargo. And I was like, Lulu, you know, we call my daughter Lulu, what did you tell her? And my Lulu, she's like 6 years old, but she talks like a teenager because she likes to imitate her sister. Well, I told her just the truth, nothing more than the truth. And I'm like, what truth did you tell her? She said, well, you know, yeah, Brazil, you have the beaches, you have people dancing all the time, and blah, 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 blah. But you can never, ever, in Brazil, wake up one day and decide to make a snowman. Can you imagine living in a place that never, ever, all year around, you can never make a snowman? So here she was convincing all these kids that watch movies that here's the best place on earth because you can wake up and build snow and make snowmen. And that's what I noticed in those beautiful women. This ability to, you know, even in the hardest moment of their lives, they find a way to feel inspired, find some positive side. And actually there is an amazing work from a best-selling author. His name is Sean Aker, and for a decade, he studied Harvard, ways that we can make our brain more positive. And I love it because he found out that, and now he goes to companies teaching these techniques, how can we make our brain more positive in 21 days? And it's amazing because what he found out in this research, and that's what I found out interviewing these amazing women, is when you have your brain in a positive state, you produce, you create 31% more than when your brain is in a negative state. He did a study with salespeople that know how to keep their brain in a positive state. They sell 50–60% more than anybody. So, and he says that one of the things that he teach people, and he learning his research, how can we train our brain to be positive? One of the things is every day, write down or think about 3 things that you can be grateful for every day. And that's what I saw in these amazing, beautiful women. We were interviewing another woman, and it was the day that actually sounds a really good idea to get all my kids in a motorhome and go through North Dakota, try to change the world. But after 8 days, when you see like 2 teenagers, 3 years old, a husband and a Latin woman with PMS in the same motorhome, wasn't a great idea like I thought. So we went through moments. We were crying each other, and I was like, what we are doing? We are spending money. We are just focusing the thing that who knows if somebody's gonna even like. And my dream was to take this project in schools, to truly give the opportunity for little girls in school understand that beauty is so much more than skin deep. But I was like, I don't know if this is gonna happen. Who are we to try to change something in the society? So I was feeling many times overwhelmed, and we were interviewing this beautiful woman, and I said, and she was talking about her husband. I'm like, what is the secret? How can you have this amazing relationship for 45 years? And she looked at me and said, because every day I looked in his eyes, and I always try to find something to be grateful for, and I never, ever, listen to me. She was like, write down this. And I'm like, okay. Eat my cookies. They always keep the best chocolate chip cookies. And write down. And she said, I never, ever said a word that I want to take back. Never. And I was like, oh, Okay. And I remember that day that I talked to my husband, we both apologized. And the gratitude, that she taught us, and I called that, my daughter taught me, I called it Snowman attitude. You can go home and you can, if you are a mom and complain about the mess, or you can say, wow, I have healthy, beautiful kids that make a mess around the house. Or you can just focus in the mess. Or you can just focus in the blessings that we have. And that's what these amazing, beautiful women, they taught me. To have this snowman attitude and focus in the powerful, beautiful things. And another thing that this research shows that is really effective to change our brain to a more positive state is every day do at least one random act of kindness. Every day. And I'm not going to even tell what these women have been doing to others and to change it and to make our world a more beautiful place. So I was talking about, this research from Harvard, so it sounds really fancy, how, they help us and found ways that we can train our brain to be positive, which personally, I don't like to use the word positive or happy brain. In his research, he talked about happy brain, because right now a lot of people believe that we need to be happy all the time. And being sad is a disease that we gotta be medicated. And I'm sure you can look in your own life how many times sadness helped you to go to places that you could never imagine that you would be if you embrace that happiness and learn it from it. I truly believe like when you walk without faith and you go through moments that you feel disappointed. So disappointment without faith can make you feel miserable, pitiful. But disappointment with faith can help you to be powerful. Suffering, going through moments that you're gonna, feel like that you are suffering. But if you don't have faith, suffering can destroy you. But if you have faith, suffering can reform us.